I'm an opportunist, and when the time comes, I do what's necessary to get the job done, to remain on top. I've always been that way. I do what's necessary. And you know, if I need to hit a ref, if I need to take advantage of an opportunity, then so be it. You know, it still shows Tessa Blanchard is nothing to mess with. Tessa Blanchard is a champion no matter wherever she goes. Jordynne Grace says that she's one of the strongest wrestlers out there. Jordynne Grace can squat 225. Jordynne Grace can press 135. Guess what? Tessa Blanchard can do both of those things. Tessa Blanchard doesn't need to eat 4,000 calories a day to do it.
Well, so if she was here with us right now, what would you say to Jordynne Grace?
I don't have anything to say to Jordynne Grace because I've already proved myself all of 2018. In 2019, Jordynne Grace has something to prove to me.
This is the second show in a row the two of you can't keep your hands off of each other. Tessa, this is the second show in a row you've done something unprofessional or unsportsman. The two of you need to stay separated. The next time somebody does something, you're suspended from the next show. Keep them apart. Keep them apart.
Probably want to know. Because of your actions post-match with Jordynne Grace, Warrior Wrestling officials have decided that you have been suspended for just one show, but yeah, you will not be on Warrior Wrestling 4.
You know what, yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a big deal here tonight. The first ever Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion will be crowned. There's nothing quite like being the first, Rich.
Absolutely not. With Molly Holly here as the official.
Oh! That's rough there when you get kicked with your head straight into that steel barricade there. That'll ring your bell.
Wow! Incredible power from Blanchard.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, spinning muscle buster!
You're starting to feel it, isn't she?
Oh, she's got the energy right now. The fans are behind her. Oh no, Michinoku driver planted Blanchard, and oh my God!
Blanchard, sunset flip, cover. Only a 1 count. Jordynne into the cover. Trying to flip over, is that it? And that's it!
Molly counted 3, we have our first ever Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion here.
Tessa Blanchard.
And that's how the cookie crumbles here tonight. Molly Holly calling it straight.
Jordynne Grace from behind my God!
And Molly Holly asking to be used as a weapon here.
Yeah! A little payback for Tessa shoving her away. Molly Holly, your guest official here tonight.
Well,
Jordan Grace coming up short. Tessa Blanchard, the champion. Tessa Blanchard capturing the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship, the first ever women's champion here at Warrior Wrestling.
Look at all that gold, Rich. You know, Tessa Blanchard, like her, hate her, she certainly had her detractors here in the past few months, but she is, you know, the queen of the mountain, so to speak.
We are underway here.
Both women staring each other down.
War of attrition matchup. Again, we'll give you the rules one more time here.
It is a little confusing.
Us. Yeah,
Sure,
so
sure.
it's 4-on-4. And then the winner of that first fall, it's not an elimination style matchup at that point. Whichever team wins that first fall is then split up.
Correct. You'll have two tag teams then. The person getting the winning fall or the submission getting to pick the woman from their team they want to go into that tag match with. Once that tag match is done, the two people that won the tag match, they're going to go into a singles bout, and the winner of that is going to walk away with the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship here tonight. And here comes the lockjaw. Britt Baker ripping back the arms, and the dentist is about to go to work. And now we see Britt Baker here weighing her options, and she's saying, I'm going with Madison Rayne. I'm going with the veteran here. I'm taking Madison. It's going to be me and Madison. Tessa, you figured out with Taya Valkyrie. I think this is a really good play on Britt Baker's part here.
Here we go. Spinning Baker around.
And this could be it. And that is it. And there it is, referee Nate Spreckman holding that tile high above his head. What is it all about right now? Tessa Blanchard, the first ever Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion. She defeated Jordan Grace back at Warrior Wrestling 5.
Taking her time, getting back in the ring. And why not?
And you can hear several fans here chanting for a new champ. I think the fan favorite here is Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, right into the ring post there. Oh, wait a minute here. Look out. They are going out into the crowd.
Out in the bleachers. Tessa Blanchard wrapping Taya up in that handrail.
Referee's trying to get them back, at least towards the ring area. If you're Tessa, why not just get counted out?
That's a great question. And you know,
yeah, that's always been my question. How much leniency? How liberal are you with that count?
come on, this is 2020, Rich. There's no rules.
Well, we can agree to disagree about that.
And Tessa Blanchard feeling that steel right across her back here right now. And you got to remember, we are now moving into about a half hour on this bout alone.
Well, it's called war of attrition for a reason.
One too many times, Taya went to throw Tessa into those guardrails. Tessa able to turn it around, and now...
Struggling to stay vertical.
And look at this.
Package pile driver on the way. Canadian Destroyer.
And another one. Big DDT DDT! Blanchard for the win! She got her! And she walked in, walked out, Rich. Fans here unhappy.
Councilman, what do you think Kylie has in the backpack?
I'm gonna say brass knuckles. I think something not good. You know, there's a smile there, but in the wrestling business, if they're smiling to your face, they're usually stabbing you in the back. Right?
Yeah, he's saying that's disingenuous. Smile is disingenuous. That's what you're saying.
We'll see what she pulls out here.
Oh, the biggest opportunity of her career in a long time, right here inside this ring of Warrior Wrestling. What would winning the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship mean?
Oh, you know the whole world. It would mean everything. That Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship here tonight.
What would it mean not only to win the championship, but to defeat somebody who, let's be honest here, there she is. Look at this, the sour puss on her face. Tessa Blanchard has become quite the lightning rod, hasn't she?
She absolutely has.
She is your Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion, Tessa Blanchard!
And look at that gaze right there. That is the walk, the strut of a champion in Tessa Blanchard. The last time we saw Tessa was in Impact Wrestling. We haven't seen her since. She's been off the grid. This is her return to form. This is her return match to pro wrestling. Is there ring rust? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. Kylie Ray has been definitely in action as of late. Of course, like we noted earlier, Tessa Blanchard just weeks ago marrying Daga, who opened the show here tonight with a victory over Isaias Velasquez, who I will point out, I've seen photos of Isaias and Kylie Ray out there. I think there's something to it. I think those two might be an item. And so for the night to begin with Daga and Isaias, with Daga getting the win over Isaias Velasquez, I gotta think there's a little bit of rage in Kylie Ray too here, where she doesn't want her royal couple to go 0-2 here tonight. Not only does she want gold, she wants to send a statement. She wants to win one for her team here tonight, I think.
Last time we saw Tessa Blanchard here at Warrior Wrestling, it seems like it's been forever, hasn't it? And you see Tessa's reaction coming out here, the look on her face. She knows that, I mean, it's hard for me to say. I've always liked Tessa Blanchard. I've always gotten along with Tessa Blanchard. However, would you agree or disagree that maybe she has brought some of this scrutiny on herself?
Look, Tessa Blanchard sees herself at the top of the chain, right? She sees herself as an alpha. And when you're an alpha, sometimes you treat everyone around you like betas, Rich. And I think that has maybe rubbed some people in the pro wrestling business wrong. But you know what? I'd argue that is Tessa Blanchard's right as an alpha to do and say and take what she wants. And there is a lot of speculation around Tessa right now. I have no idea but I don't know, what is Kylie doing right now, by the way?
Well, she's taking the title belt.
She put the belt in her back.
I think she was trying to steal the title and take off.
It's just like I told you, Rich, smile to your face, stab you in the back. She's a thief.
Look at Tessa. She's, I think, fierce is probably the only adjective I could think. Maybe scary. Would you want to get in her way? Look at the look on her face.
This is Tessa's return to form. This is her first title match in months. She doesn't want to lose. She doesn't want to put up a bad showing. She wants to come back, reassert herself, beat up this smiley Kylie character, and get back to the business of kicking ass, ruling ass. Tessa Blanchard here now watching her title being handed off by the referee to the timekeeper. And the ball is in play now, so to speak. And, you know, as I was saying before Kylie Ray, a thief, stole the belt. Thieving, stealing.
Come on now.
Criminal. She's a criminal.
I think she was just trying a little bit of gamesmanship.
Wow.
I think it was all in good fun. Look, she wants to shake Tessa's hand.
Or a pandemic. You think that's a nice thing to do?
Well,
shake a hand?
Everybody's been
Fist bumps.
everybody's been tested beforehand.
Sure, okay, I got you. All right, fine. But Kylie Ray here, taking on Tessa. Tessa requesting her boots get washed by the ring crew.
Well, let's be honest here. If you look in the ring, you know, there you go. I don't blame Tessa. Look at the ring. You can see all the dirt.
Dirty,
from the,
yeah,
from the
100%.
previous match.
Well, and the thing about Tessa, like I was saying, ever since we saw her vacate her last employment company, what is next for Tessa Blanchard? Her dad's at AEW. There's the vibrant women's division over at WWE. There's the Women of Honor, as Ring of Honor is looking to get back up onto its feet. And then, of course, over in Japan, New Japan and Stardom now sharing the same Bushiroad umbrella. I mean, a lot of opportunities out there for Tessa Blanchard. Has she picked what? Has she picked a new path? We may not know. You know, what we do know is she's going to want to send a signal here tonight about where she's at.
Here's a question for you, Nick, and I don't know if you know the answer to this or not. When was the last time Tessa Blanchard was actually inside a wrestling ring? Inside a ring, not training, but in a competitive matchup against a competitive opponent?
I think it was Lacey Ryan back at FSW's Mecca 6. That was back in March.
Wow.
So it's been some time here. That was pre-WrestleMania.
I mean, has she been competing in Mexico at all? I mean,
No, she hasn't been competing at all. In fact, what Tessa's been doing, and by the way, an excellent wrist lock here from Tessa onto Kylie Ray, really wrenching her way on that thing. But Tessa has been planning and executing her wedding with Daga now. Obviously, when everything went down, they had already planned their wedding. They saw it through. It happened about 6 weeks ago. They've got their honeymoon on the horizon. So I wonder if Tessa,
where's her head?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like she's been so focused on a wedding and a marriage and getting that part of her life in order. Has she been training? Has she lost a step? What's her attitude?
Well, now comparatively, when was the last time Kylie Ray? When was she in a ring last?
Well, she's on Impact Wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. It's much more recent than Tessa.
Yeah, you know, we were talking to Kimberly backstage earlier about how she's got an upcoming tag team confrontation with Deonna Purrazzo against Sue and Kylie Ray on the horizon, and she was telling us, you know, don't see that smile for what it is. There's something behind it, and look at that again. Kylie Ray taking control early on here against Tessa. Very, very impressive. Physically evenly matched. Age-wise, very evenly matched.
Kylie is going to have to be super aggressive, and she's going to have eyes in the back of her head, so to speak, because there's no doubt that Tessa Blanchard will take a shortcut if she sees an opportunity to take one. I don't blame her.
That's her style. That's her MO. I mean, she's related, you know, Tully Blanchard, her dad, 4 Horsemen, you know, obviously dirty players in that game there. And Tessa here just wrangling Kylie Ray to the mat like a cowboy and a steer.
Look at that. She's got that's not a chin lock. That's more of a choke.
It is, yeah.
The referee's allowing it.
I'm surprised the referee wasn't putting his fingers in there. But again, this is the main event here tonight. I think the referee is going to be a little bit more loose to make sure that this match,
let him play.
Yeah, is what it is. That these fans could see something special here tonight to close out what has been an amazing night of action here at Warrior Wrestling.
Tessa bailing out. I don't know. It looked like Kylie tried to throw a knee. I don't know if she caught Tessa in the mouth or not. I'm telling the referee that she grabbed her hair.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it. Did you?
Look, again, like this referee needs to be paying better attention. I'm with Tessa here. I can't get over the Kylie Ray thief, criminal, tried to steal the belt. What else are you going to try to steal here tonight?
You're calling her a thief, and she was holding the ropes open for Tessa.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, so criminals can't do nice things?
Come on.
Al Capone was almost mayor of Chicago right here.
No.
He did horrible things.
Did he?
Yeah, he's a mobster.
No.
Yes. Go to the Green Mill. Ask him to show you the secret passageway.
Okay, well, some people would consider him more of a Robin Hood.
Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. And we see Tessa Blanchard here, a little jaw jack.
She has an attitude, huh?
Yeah, and it is, and it's like mind games she's trying to play here with Kylie.
Is it mind games or is it just her personality?
I think it's intentional here. I don't think that Tessa Blanchard does anything that's not intentional. You know, we've watched all these matches here tonight pick up and get going in a hurry, and I think Tessa Blanchard wants to slow this down. She wants to show Kylie that she's going to do this thing at her speed, and just like that, she got caught in that moment where I think, again, trying to slow it down, missed where her steps were.
Flying head scissors sends Tessa into the corner, and Kylie Ray, the challenger, here she comes. Running uppercut.
Wow, and look at that little back elbow there, throwing Tessa down onto the mat.
Heads up for Kylie. Luckily, she was able to put on the brakes as Tessa dodges out of the way and grabs hold of the legs. Look out here, Kylie Ray's in trouble. Tessa Blanchard, the look of, the look of malice on Tessa's face. My God. We were thinking she was going to come one way with the legs. Instead, she just whipped her the opposite, and now into the cover to put it away and kick attitude.
I have never seen anything like that, Rich. I thought the same thing. I thought she was going to throw those legs right into that ring post there, but instead to go the other direction. I mean, just vicious, malicious, dangerous, harmful, hurtful. The thing that Tessa Blanchard just did there to Kylie Rae, and look at it, fish hooking the... Oh, man. You can't even do that in the UFC. You get disqualified. You get a 5-second count here. And again, like that big smile of Kylie, that's the $1 million. That's the look, you know? Trying to... Wow. Yeah, no kidding. And Kylie here, she definitely looks distraught.
Oh, my. Look at that.
And just a heinous toss there by Tessa right into... Oh, wow. Notice how she took herself off center about 2 to 3 feet before so that she could drop that knee right in the center of the back.
She slid a little bit too. I don't know if the canvas is still a little slippery or not.
Well, I worry about that electrical cable out there.
Yeah.
You know, you could take that, wrap it around somebody's neck, get real vicious with it. I don't know if the referee considers that a part of the ring since it's part of the production.
I would disagree it's part of the ring, but that's me.
Well, it's underneath it, leading out. And Tessa here dragging Kylie Rae all over the stadium. Now, they only have 10 seconds out there.
I thought they were going... I thought Tessa was going for the trash can. I doubt the referee is going to count them out in a title match. I think that the fans here would riot.
Well, I do think that I saw the referee attempting to do a 10 count. Now, I don't know who this fan is on the outside who's giggling, but they better watch out or else they might get thrown a punch their own.
You giggle like that, Tessa Blanchard might... she may haul off and whack you.
That's offensive there. And Tessa Blanchard rearing back and just laying it in.
I'm going to tell you what. You can say whatever you want about Tessa Blanchard, but oh, look at this. There is nobody who takes this profession, this sport, as serious as Tessa Blanchard.
No, not at all. I mean, this is her life.
She does not screw around. She does not play. She is not here for fun. She's not here to make friends. This is serious business, as it should be.
Well, she grew up in this business. This is her whole life. This is not a joke to Tessa Blanchard. She has not just the title, not just the purse, but the respect of her father, the respect that she has for herself in this business.
Her dad, her stepdad. You can't
exactly.
forget Magnum TA.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
She grew up with Magnum TA.
Right, absolutely. And now in a figure four on the outside, and the ref are not a figure four, no.
Is Tessa simply trying to get herself disqualified or counted? I think she is.
Is this how she plans on retaining the title here tonight?
Why not? I'm going to tell you what. Oh, look at this. And look at that. See, now she's going to get in the face of the official. I'm going to tell you what, Nick. If you haven't competed in 6 months, what would your MO be in your return matchup? Wouldn't you find any loophole you could to retain your title?
Well, I mean, I would want to hope and think that I would believe in myself and think I could pull this thing off on my own, but I guess Tessa Blanchard feeling she's going to have to cut a few corners here to get what she wants. And you see her just rolling Kylie Rae down the field like a fumbled football. And she is fumbling around for sure.
No, back over. Oh, what is this here?
Tessa taking that Kylie Rae sign.
She enjoys this stuff too,
and the crowd is rejecting her. Oh, Kylie signed that poster.
Oh, she did sign it.
Kylie Rae signed that poster.
Oh, come on now.
That was a collectible signed item.
Oh, man, look, he turned his hat around.
Yeah,
okay. He's upset.
Okay, big guy.
Yeah, you're gonna
sit down.
Yeah. Tessa would mop the floor with you.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Yeah, no kidding. All right, and Tessa now gets Kylie in the ring, finally.
I'm going to tell you what, there's some people who look at Tessa Blanchard and say, well, it's distasteful. She's, look at the arrogance and the attitude. And there are other people that say, you know what, good. This is what wrestling should be. It is about winning titles. It is about beating your opponent and embarrassing your opponent as well.
Yeah, 100% she is doing just that right now. Kylie Rae looking in a bad way at the moment.
So many of these young wrestlers, honestly, it seems they all want to be friends. They want to be liked by people. Do you think Tessa Blanchard gives a damn whether or not anybody in this football field likes her?
Well,
she doesn't care.
That's why I say, Rich, Tessa isn't alpha. She is the leader of the pack. She sets the speed and everyone else follows. And right now, Kylie Rae is not keeping up with this alpha she's dealing with in the ring. Look at this, just smacking her around.
How much can you push Kylie Rae, though? I think we may find out in a second. You've seen her much more than I. At what point can you just push and shove and poke at somebody before they explode? What is Kylie's breaking point?
That's a great question, Rich. And you know, I've seen Kylie get pushed to the brink several times in her young career here, and it takes a lot. But once that light bulb goes off, once the click is clunk, Kylie Rae, she locks in, and she is something else, man. She is a woman possessed. And if I'm Tessa Blanchard here, I want to get aggressive, hit a big move, do something to put her down, because look at that. Kylie Rae there firing back, and she is pissed.
Forearm smashes right into the jaw.
And Kylie Rae.
Kylie's a little wobbly.
Oh, she went mouth
first into the steel cable. Yeah,
that is brutal. That's, I think, how Joey Janela. That's why I think he had so many teeth messed up for all them root canals.
Oh, look out, Tessa Blanchard. Up and over, a kick right to the jaw.
It made me uncomfortable to see how Kylie's head snapped around there.
It really did.
Yeah, that was an unusual movement there from her head.
Tessa's just biding her time. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, very cool spit. Gross. Disgusting. And Kylie Rae here.
Kylie Rae with an opportunity to capture the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship here tonight, but Tessa Blanchard has given her everything that she can handle, and it has been all Tessa so far, Nick.
Yeah, it really has. I'm waiting for Kylie to... there it is. Maybe you take an inch. Maybe you can take a mile here, Kylie. Let's see what you got. Boot to the face. Awesome. Great.
I don't think she got all of that, but good enough.
Enough, exactly. But that's the thing, is she's got to start stringing some moves together here. She's got to get some offense going.
Oh, it was a clothesline by Kylie.
And it looked like she was checking her knee there. Oh, she is.
Yeah, she's definitely checking that knee.
She tweaked her knee at some point here.
Reversal on the Irish whip. Kylie Rae rolling through. Yeah, that right leg's bothering Kylie.
And I don't even know where that happened.
Down into the cover. And a 2 count. Blanchard out at 2.
The fact I don't even know where that tweak happened in the knee scares me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you see these injuries, it's like you see a moment where you're like, something didn't go well there. The fact that we don't know what it was that messed up her knee, this thing could be a lot more serious, because she's been pushing through it, whatever it is right now.
And usually it is something that you see and it just it really stands out to you.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is when I don't notice what it was and I see somebody limping around like that, really starts to get the gears ticking there and turning. What's going on here? And Kylie Rae, she's trying to give it her all right now.
Let's be honest here. She is taking a hell of a beating. It has been probably 90% Tessa Blanchard. Kylie is just trying to battle back into this matchup, death by 1,000 cuts, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just been, a couple of nicks here, a couple of nicks there.
And Kylie Rae taken back down to the mat by Tessa Blanchard.
Well, that stunned the champion. Another hard right forearm, and Tessa, and her jaw, she's trying to make sure all the teeth are in place. Kylie lining her up. But it is Blanchard who connects with the shot, but now Kylie Rae fighting back.
Godzilla Mothra right here in the middle of the ring.
Title on the line in our main event tonight in Chicago.
And Kylie Rae lighting up a mega evolution from Kylie Rae here.
The clothesline. Oh, and a short arm clothesline by Blanchard. Blanchard again. Saito suplex.
And she's taking this thing away right now. She's running with it.
Put it away. Blanchard for the window.
What an impressive kick out there by Kylie Rae. I for sure thought that Tessa Blanchard had it in that moment. And Tessa here, of course, she just gave a lot. She pulled out a lot of big moves from her arsenal there. Does she go back? Does she double back? Does she use some of what she's had? Does she think of something new? I mean, again, maybe Tessa Blanchard went away, trained stronger, learned some more, and it's going to be even more devastating.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, you assume 6 months off. Who knows, right?
Could be doing anything.
Who knows what your ring conditioning is like, but Blanchard showing no signs of, oh, hold on here. Tessa trying to put it away. Rolled back the other way. Kylie gets a 2 count. Blanchard nails Kylie.
Diamond cutter.
To put it away. Kylie says no.
And a huge relief, a cheer came from the crowd there as Kylie was able to kick out. And as the temperature drops, the action in the ring is heating up here tonight, giving these Warrior Wrestling fans something to really sink their teeth into as we are in the main event right now of this big show.
Now let's grab the bow out of Kylie's here. Have you noticed that Tessa has been adjusting her left boot? I don't know if there's something going on with her leg too.
I do. I wonder if it's new gear, right? Is she just trying to break this stuff in? Is she a little uncomfortable in it? And wait, she's got the backpack now. We're going to find out what's in Kylie's backpack. I bet it's something criminal.
Come on, something criminal.
I think that there's the Panama Papers could be in there. I don't know.
Get out of here.
Oh, Kylie's so happy to have her backpack back.
Oh, come on now. Come on! Tessa Blanchard!
That's it. I mean, good job, Kylie. Way to show up here tonight.
Whoa, not enough to put her away. Tessa distracted the official, the forearm to the back of the head, and then the hammerlock DDT. Look at Tessa laughing. She's going to be kidding me. You kicked out of that? No.
And she seems motivated by this, Rich.
Yeah,
the look on her face. Okay, you want to do something like that? You want to kick out? Well, let me show you what else I got in store for you.
That look of smug arrogance on her face, that confidence, and hold on now. Tessa could be setting up for the Magnum.
And she is walking ever so slowly, carefully to that top rope.
Kylie might have saved herself right there. And what is that hanging for? Is that her? I think that's her necklace that broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it fell off of her. I was going to say that could get in the way. But Kylie, meeting Tessa on the top turnbuckle, knew that the Magnum might be on the way, and hold on for Kylie.
And Kylie here,
setting up for the suplex.
Like two pirates battling on the plank. One woman will be thrown to the sharks.
The Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship hangs in the balance as Blanchard perches herself on the top turnbuckle. Here comes Blanchard. Kylie dodged out of the way. Blanchard again now. Oh, and wait, Kylie rolls her up. Is that enough? Did she get it? Yes! She got her! What? She got her! What? Kylie Ray's the new Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion!
Wow, the smile cut the diamond! As Tessa loses that belt, that championship, to Kylie Ray. A passing of the torch type moment there, it feels like, Rich. We have never had a Warrior Wrestling Women's title change to make history in the company.